February 22, 2009, 4 p.m. It's a peaceful, cloudy afternoon at Korydallos prison. From the distance, an aerial sound of spinning blades as a helicopter slowly approaches and flies above the prison's third wing. An onboard passenger throws down a rope ladder as two men run across the roof and climb the ladder as guards fire shots from the ground. The helicopter with two new passengers disappears into the distance, and once again, the notorious bankrobber, boisterous kidnapper, and expert prison escape artist, Vasilis Palaiokostas, is once again free and on the run. Vasilis Palaiokostas was born on the 17th of May, 1966, in the mountainous village Moschoffitou, Trikala. The youngest of five brothers, Palaiokostas was born into a poor family of shepherds and farmers, and at a young age, the family relocated to the main city of Trikala, where his father worked as a lottery ticket salesman. In 1979, age 13, Palaiokostas finds work in a cheese factory, whilst his 6-year older brother, Nikos, begins working in shipyards for a while, eventually meeting and committing small-scale robberies and home invasions with various criminals of the local underworld. Vasilis following in his brother's footsteps a short time after. In the 1980s, first Nikos, and shortly after also Vasilis, became acquainted with another young and ambitious thief, Kostas Samaras, also known as Zaranika, but known in the underworld with the nickname The Artist, and together the three of them organise and commit several robberies and raids in jewellery stores. In 1986, aged 20, Vasilis first becomes known to police officers after being arrested for thievery, breaking his first criminal record, and in 1988 an arrest warrant is issued for his brother Nikos, eventually leading to his arrest, where both brothers were charged with 27 acts of thievery and break-ins. The same year, on the 18th of December, Nikos escapes from a Trikala prison with the help of his brother Vasilis, who throws him a rope to climb, but is re-arrested 2 years later on the 3rd of February 1990 after committing more robberies whilst on the run. And in April of the same year, Vasilis is also arrested for stealing a car and plans of attempting to help his brother escape prison once again. He is released on bail. In May 1991, Vasilis is re-arrested for his involvement in a jewelry store robbery, but escapes from a Chalkidiki prison. In August of the same year, his brother having already escaped the same prison on the 15th of December 1990, and 1 month later, Kostas Samaras escaped. A police van transporting him from Amphilia, leading the gang to reunite. The gang, together with other well-known thieves including Michali Makriani and Pavlo Keramidi, evolve their skills and commit higher target robberies, including 16 banks around Greece. On the 18th of July 1991, they rob a national bank store in Kozani. On the 18th of November 1991, an Emboriki bank branch in Ioannina, stealing 24 million drachmas. On the 31st of January 92, an Athena supermarket in Lamia, stealing 12 million drachmas. On the 22nd of February and March 6th of the same year, the gang robbed 2 Marinopoulos supermarkets, one in Katerini, the other in Thessaloniki, stealing a total of 21 million drachmas. On the 2nd of June 1992, the two brothers and Kostas Samaras commit the biggest bank robbery to date in Greece, stealing 125 million drachmas, the equivalent of 336,000 euros, from a national bank store in Kalabak. Even more proof of the gang's daring attitude is that the store was located directly next to the regional police station. After the robbery, the brothers fled to Bulgaria, while Samaras is arrested while attempting to escape to Italy. On the 15th of April 1994, the brothers robbed another Emboriki trapeza, stealing 2.2 million drachmas, and a year later another branch of the same bank in Kozani on the 6th of July 1990. On the 15th of December 1995, Vasilis and Pavlos Keramidis are front-page news after kidnapping businessman Alexandros Chayetoglou from Thessaloniki, receiving 260 million drachmas, the equivalent of 760,000 euros in today's terms, in ransom. After stopping the businessman in his car and removing him at gunpoint into a jeep he had previously stolen, Kaytoglu offered the kidnappers a bag of 1 million drachmas and checks worth 1.5 million he had in his car, which they declined. Palaiokostas originally demanded 3 million Deutschmarks, but after negotiations with Kaytoglu's brother, they agreed to 150 million drachmas in bills and 650,000 Deutschmarks, which through an attorney could be picked up from a national bank of goods. On Monday the 18th of December, after many negotiations, Kaytoglu was picked up by his brother, alive and unharmed, at a bus station in Katowice. After the ordeal, Kaytoglu stated in a media interview that for 4 days the three remained in the jeep. He was treated well and humanely, and had many conversations with his kidnappers for hours with topics ranging from day-to-day life to politics and social conditions of Greece at the time. They also returned him his bag containing his money and checks after the ordeal. After fingerprint analysis was conducted of a mobile phone, police concluded that the kidnappers were the younger Palaiokostas and Karamidis, and they both had a 250 million drachma bounty placed on their head. On the 8th of May 1999, it looked like Palaiokostas' luck was running out, shooting his way out of capture at a police blockade in Trikala. Twice more he escaped with the same method in Evridania. On the 20th of December 1999, while trying to avoid a collision with a truck, Palaiokostas crossed into a road banking. A police car arrived at the scene without knowing who had crashed and took chase after Palaiokostas tried to flee, firstly on foot, then by hijacking an incoming vehicle, but was apprehended after a short pursuit. In his car, police found guns, grenades, false number plates and various fake IDs, and at the time he had 17 arrest warrants to his name. In June 2000, Palaiokostas was sentenced to 25 years for the kidnapping of Kaytoglu. During the earlier 2000s, Palaiokostas was moved from prison to prison all around the country to prevent him escaping jail once again, up until 2003, where he remained permanently in Korivalos jail. 6:30 p.m. on Sunday the 4th of June 2006, a small private helicopter out of the blue lands in Korivalos prison yard, and seconds later 2 inmates board and the helicopter flies away. The inmates were Vasilis Palaiokostas and his cellmate Alket Lizai.
The helicopter lands next to the Schistou graveyard in Piraeus, and the duo continue their escape on 2 motorcycles that were waiting for them, which were found abandoned in the area's Kamaranga. Police depended on snitches and residents of areas where Palaiokostas had previously used as hideouts for tips, which paid off when his former cellmate and fellow escapee was arrested on the 8th of September.
Months later, by pure luck, police apprehended Vasilis' older brother Nikos, who had been on the run for 16 years, at a police block in the area of Kalivia, Liverpool, breaking his left arm in a stolen car while attempting to flee. On the 20th of August 2008, Vasilis was also apprehended. From the tips the police had received, they had discovered that the organizer and financer of the helicopter escape was Vasilis Stefanakos, known as the Big Boss of the Greek criminal underworld. The Big Boss's plan was to stage the theatrical escape, to use Alket Lizai for contract killings, and place Palaiokostas on the helicopter to throw police off his trail, and to make them assume Nikos Palaiokostas was the organizer. 13 people received charges of involvement, including 3 police officers who were found to have received bribes from Stefanakos, and 2 of his henchmen, Gendian Papa and Spiros Dravilas, who had hijacked the helicopter, forcing the pilot to land in the prison at gunpoint. While being on the run, Palaiokostas was involved in another kidnapping ransom, this time of biomechanic Yoros Milonas, receiving 12 million euros. After the first notes of the ransom circled on the market, police located Palaiokostas and his accomplices in a hideout, which led to his 20th August arrest. By 2009, both Palaiokostas and Lizai were once again in Korivalos prison until the 22nd of February of the same year, One day before their trial was to begin for their previous escape, a helicopter flies above the prison, and the duo from the roof climb up a dropped wire ladder and once again disappear. The pilot was found tied and gagged in a helicopter in Polivendry and claimed in his statement that the duo fled in a jeep. After the second prison escape, the duo are once again headline news around the world. In April 2009, the duo are located in their jeep at a police blockhouse, but once again escape into woodland in the area of Abelohoriu Attikis. Days later, police find their hideout in the same area, discovering fake IDs, disguises, wigs, fake number plates, and their fingerprints all over the place. Vasilis is arrested in a home on the 16th of November the same year. Palaiokostas, enraged with the previous police blockhouse, sends an open letter to the newspaper Eleftherotypia claiming that 5 unmarked cars and officers in civilian clothes locked him in and immediately opened fire, hitting the car with over 150 bullets, and other civilian cars also were hit. He stated that in this moment, he was dealing with state mercenaries desperate for blood under the order of kill and not capture hired by the Greek government. On June the 24th, 2010, a mail bomb is delivered to the personal office of Vasilis Palaiokostas, who was the Minister of Civil Protection at the time, exploding and killing Officer Yoros Vasilis. On the remains of the letter, a palm print of Palaiokostas is identified, but in an official biography published while on the run, Palaiokostas denied involvement, accusing the government of corruption and propaganda. The last official sighting of Palaiokostas was in 2011 when on the 6th of February, police followed a car with 2 passengers in the area of Arachova after checking the plates and discovering the car was stolen. They took chase until Palaiokostas emerged after stopping the car and shot at police with a Kalashnikov, then speeding off. The car was found abandoned hours later in the evening. Police through CCTV in a nearby cafe discovered the presence of Palaiokostas earlier the same morning. Although no official sightings of Palaiokostas have been stated, rumours persist still to this day about his whereabouts. Sightings in Brazil, Italy and the Balkans have never been confirmed more than rumours. A plastic surgeon claimed he had performed treatment on him, and one sighting from a kiosk CCTV of Palaiokostas accompanied by a child has never been confirmed as official by the police. Tips from the public are scarce, as Palaiokostas was known to give most of his robbery money to the poor, thus securing their silence and elevating his myth and reputation as the Robin Hood of Greece. In 2019, through an attorney, he released an autobiography, which became a bestseller, and despite the €1 million Interpol arrest warrant, there is no concrete leads or evidence of his whereabouts, and is currently still on the run.